KingsCast, yeah!
And welcome to Overtime, brought to you by KingsCast at www.kingscast.net. I'm Keith Korneluk.
And I'm Chris Calazius.
Las Vegas, Nevada, the MGM Grand, the site of Frozen Fury, and yes, fans, it finally happened.
That's right. Colorado versus Kings, Frozen Fury 12. This is it. This is a big-time event.
Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight.
Great tradition that we have here in Las Vegas.
Absolutely. Kings fans come from all over Los Angeles to Las Vegas to see this game, but the cool thing is it's the most spirited and passionate of Kings fans, and they really do come out of the woodwork at the game.
They really do. Actually, quite a few Colorado fans as well. You know, it's not exactly a midway point, but
not at all.
Geographically, it does make sense for Colorado fans to come out here. But it's just a great atmosphere. It's like a World Cup game or like a college hockey game.
Exactly, but just smaller, still kind of intensified.
Yeah, with more teal. So let's talk about the game a little bit. Kyle Quincy hates being an Avalanche.
Yes.
He just hates it.
He does not look good in an Avalanche jersey. He got in a little tussle with Kopitar. I thought they were going to drop the gloves.
No, they hugged it out.
They did hug it out, yeah. They wrestled a little.
That was a little surprising to see that. But yeah, you can just tell by the way that Kyle Quincy is playing that he just does not want to be on the Avalanche. And I think actually Joe the Collector spoke with him yesterday morning, and he does not.
He does not want to be an Avalanche.
The trade came as a shock, so yeah, you can tell that.
Yeah, good for us though, not so much for Kyle Quincy. You know, as far as the game goes, Kings played somewhat of an uninspired game at the beginning. We pretty much iced an NHL roster, and against a rebuilding Colorado Avalanche, I did expect a lot more from the Los Angeles Kings, but we did turn it on eventually.
Yeah, what concerns me the most is the top line. The play of the top line just is not clicking yet.
Not yet.
Kopitar did have a goal. It was sort of a kick-in, barely got in sort of goal. But I'm not seeing this sort of chemistry between Williams and Kopitar and Smith yet.
That's not to say it can happen. We need to, rearrange the lines.
No. I think we still got to, be patient, let Terry Murray work his thing out. But I'm still not seeing that yet. It's a little concerning with the opener coming up in a week.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
However, individually, I thought the play was very good. I mean, Justin Williams is a half step faster than he was last season.
Yeah.
He's playing better hockey, he's seeing the puck better. Ryan Smith has had a couple of good games, and this one, I didn't see as much of him. Maybe he was a little intimidated because he was playing his former team.
Yeah, that's always a weird thing. Jonathan Quick, very so-so, I thought. I was not really impressed
a little
with
shaky.
him. He did not take the game over. He was out of position quite a few times. You can see Bernier on the bench sort of like...
Yeah, Jonathan Bernier was just like this, for the first two periods, just watching everything, hoping he could get in there. He didn't.
He did not.
No, Quick didn't blow it. He'll be fine this season, but it was not a Vezina performance, that's for sure.
Definitely can't say enough about the performance of Jack Johnson and Drew Doughty. Oh my God, these guys are amazing.
Unbelievable. You know what? I know Jack Johnson has a nickname that involves a four-letter word, but I think that Jack Johnson's nickname needs to be the Factor, because in the last few games that we have won in the preseason, Jack Johnson has been a factor every time he's been on the ice. Last night he had 2 assists. He just looks fantastic out there.
Oh, and how many times was he bringing the puck into the offensive zone?
Absolutely.
He looked amazing. He looked like a winger out there. He moves the puck well. He looks awesome.
I think pairing him and Drew Doughty together would probably be a mistake, and now we have these 2 offensive defensemen carry the puck in on the top 2 defensive pairings, and that's scary because a lot of teams can't defend against those top 2. So.
No, and how about Drew Doughty's goal in the second period? That was amazing. Top shelf corner, awesome goal. Tied the game. What an amazing goal.
And Drew Doughty was clutch. At that point, the Kings were starting, I thought, to fade a little bit, and Doughty skates the puck in, scores a great goal, and to me, that was the game changer. That's when I knew the Kings were going to win. It was going to be okay.
I'd say on the Colorado side, obviously a team in the rebuild. Didn't see much of Matt Duchene. He looked like a rookie out there. I was excited to see him.
He had an assist, though, I believe.
Being punked by Ryan Smith quite a bit, actually.
He was. Darcy Tucker, of course, with 2 goals last night.
Yeah, we did a little worried that he was going to be getting the hat trick, which, oh God.
Thankfully, he didn't.
He did not, but
no.
Still, it was a little scary there.
Kevin Westgarth, kind of had a draw, I thought, in his first fight, but Wayne Simmons, to me, the second star of Los Angeles Kings preseason, this guy has been fantastic. He leveled someone last night, just beat him down. They had to stop play. Blood was coagulating on the ice. They had to scrape it up.
I believe it was TJ Hensick. He did not look good though. He nailed it with an uppercut that just knocked him out. And yeah, they had to bring the scrapers out there.
Oh.
That was a pretty bleak scene, but within 5 minutes of the game starting, Kevin Westgarth is out there. Kevin Westgarth is fighting Kochi. Wow.
Final score 5-3, Los Angeles Kings. Incidentally, we found out from a fan, Chris, that the Kings have had a winning record in the preseason since 1998. So
really?
Yes. So obviously this is no indication of whether or not we will make the playoffs, despite our predictions.
Exciting game at the end, though. Anze Kopitar wins it for the most part. Game winner on the penalty shot. Wayne Simmons seals it off with an empty netter at the end, and with no time remaining. What an awesome way to win for Kings fans.
Absolutely. Observations from the game. The amount of Kings fans that had lettered their jerseys with some sort of name or phrase, JMFJ Johnson or Gretzky on the new alternate jersey.
Yes, Cup Fever. The guy's a huge fan. See him up in our section in that area all the time, but I think that's kind of a crazy...
Well, we've had Cup Fever once.
Maybe if every year was Cup Fever.
If every year was Cup Fever, well, you could probably have a Cup Fever jersey.
I could see that.
Until then.
Okay, maybe one exception is when you get a jersey with your own name on it. Those are okay.
That's okay.
That is acceptable, I think, in my opinion.
It is, but names and phrases are what Puck Daddy would call a jersey foul.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of them at Frozen Fury.
Wearing jerseys in the casino. Now, I'm all about being a fan and celebrating the team, but when you're at the blackjack table, you're wearing your Kings jersey still. I don't know, maybe it's just not me, maybe I'm being conservative.
Here's the thing. If you have the scratch to go into the high rollers room, you shouldn't be wearing your Kings jersey, okay? If you're going to cut, you know, to get a nice steak, and you know the steak costs more than, say, Sizzler, you probably shouldn't be wearing a jersey. There was a disproportionate number of obnoxiously drunk Kings fans. I thought there was going to be a couple of fights that broke out with people just wearing Avalanche jerseys.
I'm actually surprised there wasn't. You know what, I'm all about getting rowdy and having fun, but it was a little too much, I thought, over by these Starbucks. We're not Manchester United, we're not the Raiders.
You know what, I'll tell you, Frozen Fury is by far the most passionate group of Kings fans. One of the most exciting games that I will probably attend this season, unless we make the playoffs.
Yeah, these are not casual fans. These are the real deal fans. They drove out from Los Angeles, San Diego, fans here in Las Vegas. You know, it's an awesome game. It really is, you know. Definitely going to be a KingsCast tradition from now on. We'll be here covering the event, I think, forever, indefinitely.
Indefinitely. And now it's time for a new segment on KingsCast we like to call Fan of the Game. We find the craziest fan, put them on camera, see what they have to say. Roll the camera.
I'm Mike, cameraman.
And I'm Julia.
And we're
From LA. And you're watching KingsCast.
So now I'm going to throw it out there for you, a little question. Do the Kings make the playoffs this year? We've seen a successful preseason, but is this the real deal? Are they going to make the playoffs?
Is it any different than any other year? Leave us a comment downstairs on the site.
Email us at kingscast@gmail.com.
So, great time in Las Vegas, Nevada. Great meeting a lot of new Kings fans out there. I'm Keith Cornelick.
I'm Chris Kalamazoo.
See you back in Los Angeles, and thank you for watching Overtime by KingsCast.